Today I received one very good question about the DS260. When should you fill the DS260? That was a very good question. Sometimes we take it for granted because people are going to check the results and you find out you have won the DV lottery. So when should you go ahead to fill the DS260? First of all, what is this DS260? Because sometimes we talk in abbreviation, assuming that everybody knows what we are talking about. So I'm going to explain to you what is DS260, and if you check the results on May 8, which is on Saturday at noon of Eastern Time and beyond, or whatever time you are watching this video, you find out your end has been selected. Yeah! So if your end has been selected, you have become the winner. So despite your case number, whether you have a low case number, whether you have a medium case number, or you have a high case number, the question to ask yourself, what next? When should I fill the form called DS260? And what is this DS260? In the first place, we need to know. Welcome everyone, this is EBM Ernest Boniface Makulilo, and I'm welcoming you to the EBM Scholars channel, youtube.com/EBM Scholars. You can be able to get a lot of this information. But for those who speak Swahili, who know Swahili, from Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, people in Burundi, people in Mauritius, people in Comoros, I have a separate channel, which is a brand new channel, by the way, youtube.com/EBM Swahili. Go also there, you can see content, some which are different from what I'm posting here, but you can be able to get from there. So let's go. I know you have subscribed. If you haven't, please consider subscribing and consider sharing these videos to others. There are so many people are looking for which particular YouTuber, which particular area it can be a source of information for the DV lottery. EBM Scholars is the headquarters of the information with regard to the DV lottery or green card lottery. So you check your results, you find out you have won the DV lottery. You'll be able to see what we call the first notification. The first notification, that PDF letter, you have won the DV lottery. It will give you the location for the interview. It will give you the information of what we call the case number. The next step, as a selectee, you'll be allowed to go and fill the visa form. So the visa form is called the DS260. DS stands for the Department of State, and 26 is the number of the form, because there is a form called 160 or 160. What is the difference between these two forms? The DS160 is the form which you use for what we call non-immigrant visas. The non-immigrant visas, people are applying for the temporary visa to come to America. You are applying to come as a student. You are applying to come here as an exchange visitor. You are applying to come here as just as a tourist. Or you are coming here as a temporary worker. Whatever visa you are coming, but you are coming with expectation of going back to your country. That we call the temporary visa. You fill the DS160 non-immigrant visa. The immigrant visa means you are going to come here on a permanent basis. You are becoming a permanent resident. You are becoming a green card holder. So that's why you are going to fill the form 260 or 260, how we call it. So when should you fill? I usually tell people there is no waiting too long. You can fill as soon as possible. But these are the questions I'm going to put to you. The results are in Saturday. Don't fill the form on Saturday and submit the form on Saturday. There are so many things you need to be careful. There is no rush to go. That means if you have to fill it on the same day you found out the results. You have won. Take your time. I believe if you are now waiting for the results, either on one or another, you have friends, family, or people you might ask them to become what we call the host. People will be able to give you the address to put on the DS260, because you cannot complete the form DS260 and send it if you don't have the address of where you'll be staying in America. Again, if let's say I'm the husband, I applied and they say I'm married, but my wife didn't apply as a main applicant because they don't have passport, and they have 2 kids, they don't have passport. Better you have to go and get the passport, because even if I submit my application without them, in the end, then you go to ask the passport, you come to unlock. It will be just delaying. Just go and apply, get the passport. That's number one. The form DS260, the visa form, you don't need to fill all at once and submit it. You can fill 5 questions and just go away, come back and continue with the visa form to fill the visa form. You are allowed to do that. When you sign in, you can continue when you left off. So there is no rush to go and just rush and send the DS260, because many people want to rush. And especially for the people who don't have high school education, bachelor degree and above. If you know for sure you don't have education qualification to meet a minimum of high school, don't rush, because you have to write very, very clearly the work experience, because your entire DV lottery certificate, the eligibility or the way to be given the green card will depend on the work experience. So don't rush and say, oh, my job is just a bus conductor. That's all. You need to show how much training did you have? How many hours did you do volunteer? How many hours did you get, or how long did you get as a trainee? There is a way on how properly to put your DS260 work experience. But if your bachelor degree, even if you put randomly work experience you don't have, still will be able to be given green card. But if you are depending on the work experience, don't rush. After the results, when you are out, I'm going to show you how to fill the form DS260. So on Saturday, I will create a new video, a tutorial. I have one, but that one was old. Now we talk about the newer one and everything. I will show you how to properly fill the form DS260 without rushing, and explaining each question and what does that question mean to you. So you can fill as soon as possible. You can start filling the form, but don't rush to submit. Go and read yourself, print out after reading, after filling, before submitting. Yes, you have the option to go to ask them unlock, but why do you need to give yourself unnecessary pressure to ask them unlock? Because remember, when you ask them unlock, they're not going to work on you today, Monday, tomorrow. They're going to it can take even a week or 2 weeks for them to come to your case or to your situation to unlock your case. So don't give yourself unnecessary stress. Fill the form, don't submit, read it clearly, take the time carefully, and from that moment you'll be able to answer every question properly, especially work experience, education, and the eligibility for the terms of the families. Make sure they have the passport. There is a way, apart from putting yourself as you say you are coming with your family, you have to add your derivatives, your spouse, and the children if you have. Make sure they also have the passport. Even if a child is 1 day old, you must be able to add them with their passport, because they cannot fly, they cannot get into the plane to arrive in another country, especially in America, without a passport. So that is something very, very important. So when can you be able to fill? You can fill the form in May, you can fill the form in June, you can fill the form in July. There is no problem, but don't rush to submit or put unnecessary information. Oh, make sure that you have everything. Some people are rushing. Oh, because I don't have the passport of my wife, I'm going to apply and I'm going to fill the form DS260. Say I'm going alone, and then my wife will follow me later. Please, just make sure that you have everything. Don't rush, because you come to regret. You come alone here, and your spouse stays there. It passes it through September 30th, 2022. That green card is over, and they cannot be given the green card. They will come to visit you just as any other tourist, and they can be denied the visa too. And a green card holder, to bring your spouse here or your child who is not, you are not American citizen, it can take longer, even 3 to 4 years, 5 years. So trust me, take this opportunity to come process everything all at once, to come here. No matter how much expensive it is, process, come here, get the actual card, let your spouse, your family go to the country, work, and then they can be able to come and go back, whatever you want to do. But take this opportunity to make sure that the entire family comes together along with you here in America. This is the golden chance. Never lose this opportunity at all. So that is what I want to answer to you. When should you fill? Fill as soon as possible, but fill as soon as possible, not by rushing. Fill as soon as possible by having all the information. Put the proper, just go and write your resume in a separate way. How long have you been able to work? I work from company A, from this day to this day. This is the job title, this is the responsibility, this is the name of the supervisor, this is the website, this is the address of the company. Another one. Write a separate one before you go and fill the information. Don't rush, especially if you don't have enough qualification of education. you'll be in so much trouble to come to regret when the US Embassy says all this work experience doesn't meet the eligibility or the qualification or alignment of the Department of Labor in the United States of America. In that particular situation, they'll be able to deny. But if you fill the form properly, especially the visa form, work experience, education, addresses, you'll be able to be given the visa without any problem. Again, this is EBM Ernest Makulilo. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember to share to others. This is the headquarters of the Green Card Lottery, or the information about the DV Lottery. For those who want to videos in Swahili language, please come to meet me on my other YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/EBM Swahili. Again, thank you so much. Remember to share these videos to others in WhatsApp groups, to Telegram groups, to just inbox of your friends, so that they can be able to get all this nice information without being having any type of headache or any type of pressure. Thank you and goodbye.